AARP is when I started learning, well, what are they doing? You know, what are they doing? And I looked on their website, and their big press release announcement was the fact that the donut hole on pharmaceutical or prescriptions was going to be filled. And I thought, wow, you know, they've made a deal. They've made a deal that what they can say to seniors is the donut hole is going to be filled. And that way they don't have to tell seniors, oh, but you are going to lose $500 billion in actual access to all the rest of your care. And considering that most seniors are not necessarily high users of prescription coverage, the $500 billion that's going to be lost is going to impact almost every senior. The filling of the donut hole is minuscule, and it's not going to have to do with actually saving someone's life or keeping them, you know, giving them a hip or a pacemaker or whatever. So I think they made a deal. And you know, the other really good question to AARP spokesman should have been, so you're not endorsing it. Are you opposing it? And if not, why not? Right? They're not opposing it. So they're trying to keep neutral ground, but they really aren't. If they aren't opposing it, they're supporting it. Yes.
Is it in the bill that if you give private care to your employer, you leave your employer, go to a new employer, you cannot sign up in that new employer's plan, and you are done with the public health?
No, I don't think that's in the bill, because I think the bill very clearly says, I'm sorry. She is wondering if you have employer-sponsored coverage, you have one employer, you go to another employer, whether or not you can't sign up for the new employer's coverage, or whether you're just dumped into the public option. And at least as I read the bill, the employer is required to automatically enroll you, right? But if he doesn't provide insurance for you, then he has to pay, and you are left, because you're going to have to pay 2.5% of your income if you don't go somewhere. Now, so if the employer has a plan, if he gives you a choice, you get a choice, otherwise you're just automatically enrolled into it.
Can you help direct us with regard to exit strategies for people on Medicare? Because that is pretty frightening. These are people who have paid in and are deserving of what they get, and say that I agree with you. The end game is to not be dependent on that government program. But I'm sure you know of some areas I don't or some ideas of these exit strategies from Medicare, so people can look at them and not realize that some people are being from them.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's about exit strategies from Medicare was the question. And I don't think it's about yanking the rug out, right? But I think it's about realizing, first of all, that you need to exit. There needs to be an exit. And I've written a paper that's called, let me remember, something like Need an Escape Plan, Not a Rescue Plan, and which details some of those exit strategies. But for instance, the Medicare population is considered one of the wealthiest populations in this country, right? So everyone coming behind them who's not even going to have access to Medicare as we know it, even though you've paid in all your life, is not going to be as wealthy or as able to thus pay for yourself when your care is denied. Although, of course, current Medicare law says you can't pay for yourself when your care is denied, and most seniors don't even know that. So one of the exit strategies is to get rid of that law, so that you are allowed to pay for cash for care when care is denied. Another exit strategy is to not tax you on your Social Security benefits. Another exit strategy is to make sure that you can actually leave Medicare, right? If you leave Medicare today, your Social Security benefits get pulled. And you have to pay the ones back that you've gotten already, right? You don't know that either. Yep. So there are some laws that absolutely have to be repealed, right? And then I think that people should be allowed to leave, and Congress should, of all things, actually provide incentives for lifelong health insurance policies. And individuals today should have an option to not pay the payroll tax into Medicare and to start using it, realizing that Medicare is not going to be there, and deciding what they're going to do with their money. Because effectively, of the matter is, Medicare is not going to be there. They may keep it there, but it's not going to provide much of anything when it's insolvent. So I think what we need to do to protect ourselves is to have our money back and to have our I knew they'd tell me when I was done. Thank you very much.